This is Nidhi Ulangi, and this video recording is for my data warehousing assignment 2 assignment, which is related to ETL and visualization. So in this assignment I have used 3 different platforms for the whole outcome. One is Pentaho data integration, second is Table Plus for the MySQL, and third is Power BI for the visualization. So let's start. And this video recording is entirely the successful outcome for the ETL run and the visualization. So first we go in the command prompt and just get into the Pentaho by just typing few commands that allows us to let in. This takes few minutes. By that time I can explain what I have done. So I used, like, the professor has given us these LinkedIn profiles which are JSON file format, and if you click on any file, it is all in the string format. So this Pentaho has helped us to segregate things which we want for our dashboard, which will be the visualization part on the Power BI. And as you can see, it has many attributes like public identifier, profile, pic URL, start date, end date, follow count, and stuff. So this is what we will be bringing out for on the Pentaho. So I have used 3 JSON inputs. You can see one for the demographics, one for the education and experience. So demographic table was pretty easy because it did not have any start date, end date kind of thing. We just needed to add few things in the fields, which is like a primary key, like the public identifier, the profile pic URL, full name, follow account, occupations, and all these stuffs. And yeah, then this automatically gets into this as we select what all options we want from the table. Then I made sure that primary keys don't have the null value, so I used this tool for removing the null values, where I selected the public identifier and wrote a not null, so that when you get the final output in the table, they don't have the null values. This, if you review this table, this can contain a null value, but this won't. Similarly, I did the same for experience and education, and here you can see that I again removed the null values here using this thing. And yeah, I did everything on a single page. I thought, like, on the transformation, I thought this will work out easy for me and it won't be like going inside another and open different tabs. So I just performed everything in the same thing. So yeah, so this is the ETL, and this is what so now from the entire JSON file we want few data to be coming in the form of tables, and these would be the 3 tables with all the attributes we have selected in it, with the primary key and the foreign key. So this is the experience table. Here you can see I have used here is the experience table. You can see I've just used a public identifier here, but when you go over here, you can see I've used all the things what I want in the experience, for like start date, start time, end time, company, job title, and all. Similarly, I concatenated the experience, start date, end date. Like, I concatenated these 3 things which I took in the earlier JSON output input thing. So this helped me concat and helped me lessen my code writing in MySQL, which prevented lot of my time too. So these are the finite selected values where I remove what I don't want. So these are the things which I don't want, as I've already concatenated these things in the concat table for the start date and end date. So I'll rather pick up those things, and I'll remove these things, or else it would be like the date appears almost 6 times because of all these things. So similarly, I have done the same thing in the education table. I removed the null values, um, added all things what I wanted and concatenated it, and then over here removed whatever I don't want to display at the end, because after the concatenation it's not necessary. And then yeah, this is the final thing. And then here I need the table outputs. These are the tables where I have to like this database connection has, this is the name for the database connection. I have to connect this for my MySQL. So I'll get back to my MySQL. I'll just zoom this, and I have created 3 tables. One is demographics and education and experience. So like these have values right now, but I'll just run it and show by just dropping all tables, so you get a clear understanding that I've performed everything. So like I've dropped all the 3 tables. Now I'll create all the 3 tables. You can see I've run everything, and yeah, everything has worked run successfully. And now I'll run these things. So now I've created the table, so you can see that these tables are empty because they have not extracted the data from the ETL. So now I'll go to my ETL and I'll run this. Successfully run. And when you go back to your MySQL this time, you will see that the data is loaded in the tables. When you come to the demographics, education and experience, everything whatever we wanted is loaded, like the public identifier. And you can see there are no null values but in the public identifier, but when you click over here in the demographic and preview it, you will see there are a lot of null values. But that is what our null thing does, it removes the null values. And yeah, this way I have performed the ETL and MySQL connection. And now moving forward for the visualization, I downloaded the tables which are in my MySQL in the form of CSV file, and then uploaded in the Power BI, and then made this dashboard which was necessary for my assignment. Here I have made a drop down list where you can click on any person you want to visit, and then it shows the entire data of the person, which all what all we made on the tables. Like his name is Adam Grant, his profile pic, like LinkedIn profile pic ID, how many followers he has on LinkedIn, from which country he belongs, from which city, and what is his what are his degrees, where did he study, all the school, his start date and end date, all the job titles he has been worked, and all the companies he has been worked under, and the locations, the start date, end date. This is the dashboard which I created on the Power BI. And here you can see, if you go to Adarsh, you can see his profile picture, his name, his details, his follower count, everything. Similarly, if you go to some random Barack Obama, so you can see he has 2 million followers, his education, his political science fields, school, start date and date, what all job titles he had in his lifespan, or the things he has uploaded, and the companies which he has worked, from where he is, from which country. Like if you go for like it, you can, this is available for all the things, like this we have already seen. You can go for Alfredo, so this is his profile picture. And this way we created a dashboard, I created a dashboard for this visualization part, which helps us to visualize the entire data which we have stored in the tables. And then I have created another page where it simply represents the number of people in US country, and the graphs are for which city holds most of the people for this file what the professor has shared. the LinkedIn profiles. So Chicago ranks the highest over here. So yeah, this way I have done my assignment. I can also show you these are the files that I downloaded, the tables in the form of CSV, and then uploaded it on my Power BI, and this is the visualization I've put. Thank you.